Hello everyone, Neaco.Cosplay here. In this video I'm going to show you how I made my Charlie cosplay from Hazbin Hotel. I decided to make her battle dress because I already had a lot of materials to make that outfit. I started on this dress by cutting out an adjusted version of this quick sew pattern. Before sewing the dress together, I added the black heart in the front panel. When that was done, it was time to sew. After hemming the edges, the base of the dress was done. Next, I took some gray buttons I still had and painted them white and added a layer of varnish. With those attached to the dress, the red dress is done. Then I made the black underskirt by cutting out the same skirt pattern as the dress but a bit longer. I just sewed the pieces together, added a zipper and finished off the edges with a fake leather bias tape. And with socks and gloves from my previous projects, it's really starting to look like something. The gloves did need some alterations, but those were quickly made by removing the fingers of the glove. Then I made white gloves so I don't need to paint my hands, and I didn't film it, but I basically painted some fake nails and glued them on some self-made white gloves, sort of like I did when I made my jester gloves. Next up, I made the crown by drafting a pattern and then cutting that out of foam. I glued the foam to a headband and covered everything with warbler to make it sturdier. When that was done, it was on to priming and painting. For the gems, I covered some clear gems with red nail polish and glued those on. And now the crown is done! For the trident, I used a Halloween store devil trident as a base. I started by priming the trident head, spraying it black and then silver. While that was drying, I made the snake head by cutting its rough shape out of foam, gluing that to the staff and then covering it with foam clay. I did the same for the apple at the top of the staff. To create the snake's body around the staff, I first glued on a thin rope around it. Then I covered that rope in foam clay and added the details to it. When the shape was done, it was time for primer and paint. As a last prop, I took some time to make Charlie her drawings from episode 1. The first thing I did for the wig was take out some of the front wefts and replace them with a reddish pink weft. Then I crimped the wig and styled the bangs, but I was not happy, so I asked some advice from a friend and I got a way better result with the crimping and the styling. So at this stage is where I normally would have worn Charlie at a convention, but then the stain saga happened. So basically, while I was doing my makeup for the con, I noticed there was a stain on the skirt. And it was right in the center of the skirt, so it was very noticeable and I couldn't get it out. So I had a little breakdown. Didn't really want to wear Charlie anymore. But I decided to go with her outfit from the pilot that I happened to find all the pieces for the day before the con. Thank you, thrift stores! Anyway, I managed to fix the cosplay by hiding the stain in a new seam, and not wearing this version of Charlie actually gave me time to make the tail and the horns for a convention in May. Because I was going to go for the full demon version now, I restyled Charlie her wig without the ponytail. For the tail, I used my jester tail as a base and just sewed a new cover. I started painting the heart on the tip of the tail until I remembered I still had some iron on vinyl, and yeah, that just looks a lot cleaner. I made some spikes out of foam and glued them to the tail to finish the look. For the horns, I followed a tutorial by Rexy Studio. I did not film anything because the tutorial is so well made, so check that out to see how you can make your own Charlie horns. But first, it is time for the final reveal. I'm very happy with how my Charlie cosplay turned out, stain and all. There are some other things that need fixing, like the socks kept sliding off, so I need to sew them to the leggings. But that will be for another time. Even with those minor things, I still absolutely adore how everything looked. And something else I love is that I managed to use a lot of leftover materials for this cosplay. And I just really like that because then they don't go to waste and they can still be turned into a costume. If you want to know what previous costumes I used leftovers from, I'll make a list at the end of the video, so keep watching. Otherwise, this will be it. Thank you for watching and bye! So here is a quick list of where my materials were leftovers from. The red fabric for the dress was meant to be for Adora her boot covers, but I ended up painting shoes. The heart is made with some scraps from the jacket that I altered for metal puff. The skirt is made with leftover fabric from my friend Goldilocks cosplay, her Elizabeth cosplay that she did in 2017. Yes, I've used 7-year-old fabric for this. Sue me. The reddish wefts in the wig came from my leftover wefts of my Nurse Joy wig. The gloves and socks I originally bought to upgrade my Violet cosplay. And there you have it. This is why I hoard things.